Welcome, everyone, to episode 68 of the Ghiyam podcast. This is where I share about the energy of the week and the openings that we have to be able to elevate our soul in order to create miracles in our lives. This is a big month and a big week ahead because we begin to receive the energy to heal soul contracts. I have actually just launched a new journey, which is a 30-day journey that you can sign up for right away. And it begins November 21st. From the moment you sign up, I will begin to give you different tools to prepare for this very powerful time. I will give you tools on how to handle a lot of the broken aspects of our soul's connection to other souls, especially in our family and our lineage. There will be situations that are going to be coming up for each one of us where we have contracts with other people in our lives that are unresolved, and it's causing us pain. If this is a time where old relationships come back, if this is a time where wounds between siblings, mother or father, begin to come back, and even if your parents have passed away, there's still a relationship that we have with them energetically. Like their soul is tied to our soul, as well as our soul's contract with our children. So this is a very powerful time that the upper worlds are going to support us in being able to move to a new destiny. And I'm going to explain what that looks like and what that means in a moment. What does it mean to shift to a new destiny? We talk about it all the time. But before we get there, I also want to address this idea that many of us might be going through situations in our lives where we feel overwhelmed, situations in our lives where we feel that the answer is unknown. Some of us might actually be in a very comfortable position, and that is uncomfortable for us, that we've actually received something that we've been looking forward to. So there are people who feel lack because they don't have. And there's people who feel anxiety because they do have. There are people who are going through a divorce right now. And a divorce is both a death. You have now lost a connection to a soul that you once loved and depended on energetically. And also, it's almost like going through a constant breakup with an ex. So you're going through grief, and most likely there are parts of you that are going through anger. And so these are two different emotions that you're feeling on a daily basis. Some people are probably having difficulties with their children. There's never a time that a parent is not in some way worrying about their child. Even when times are good and you think you're not worrying, there's always a low-key, very subtle feeling that we should be concerned about our children. And it does create a level of anxiety. What I want to share is that no matter what you're going through in your life, remember that the solution to all of it is when your soul is connecting to the light of the Creator. When you have complete certainty in your power, and the fact that your soul already has everything that it is trying to look for in the outside world. You have it right now. Time does not exist. The future and the past do not exist. It is a complete illusion, and all that really matters is this moment. And I want you to feel this energy of wholeness. What does that mean? Well, whatever you think you're looking for, what does it feel like at this moment to have it? That you are this person already. And because the sages say that the future exists now, and in the future, everyone will perfect their soul and will have everything, technically, you have everything right now. The reason why you don't see it, the reason why you don't feel it, actually is best illustrated to a story that the great sage Rav Ashlag shared. He says that imagine a child who is the son of a king. And as he's growing up, his father knows that he wants to give his entire kingdom, all of the treasures, all of the power and the control to his son, because it is his only son. But he is very afraid that his son will grow up spoiled. His son will grow up in a way that he doesn't become a man that is able to handle the power and the treasures and the riches. So what he does is he tells his best guards to take all the treasures that eventually the son will inherit and put it in this chamber underground. So there are these steps that go to a chamber underground. It is a completely pitch black chamber, and all the gold, all the jewels, all the treasures of the kingdom exist in this chamber. This is all the treasures that the child will eventually inherit. As the child is getting older, the king says to the guards, take my child down to this dungeon, to this chamber, and this is where he will sleep, and this is where he will live. And for a few hours every day, escort him out of the chamber into the sunlight, into the daylight, where he can go play with the other children. But make sure you're always supervising him. Make sure that you are watching over him, that he is not deviating in his ways, that he is learning how to grow to be a man that eventually will be fit for a king. And this is the life of the child. At night, he goes to this chamber. He does not see what is in the chamber. He does not know what is happening. It is pitch black. He feels upset that he has to live this way. He sees that when he comes out of the chamber, all these other children are living their best life. They're having fun. They're doing whatever they want. He's wondering why he has guards over him at all times. But all these other children, they have no guards. They can fool around. They can mess around. They can just be whoever they want to be. And this child, as he grows up, is so upset. His life is so structured. It's so rigid. And he always has supervision, always has these guards and different people that the king has put around him to supervise him, to make sure that the son grows up to be fit eventually to be a king. The child doesn't realize any of this. The child doesn't even know that one day he will replace the king. As time goes on, eventually, as the child grows up and he becomes a man, and this routine is followed day after day, the king tells the guard to go get the child, but to turn on the light in the chamber, to bring candlelight and to turn on the light in the chamber. The guards come down with the king to the chamber, and all the lights are on. The child wakes up. It's the first time he sees the chamber, and he sees an endless array of gold, silver, jewels, and treasures. And the king tells his son, from this day on, all of this is yours. And as you come out into the yard, into the field, you no longer need supervision. All of this land is yours. All of these kingdoms are yours. The child then, who's no longer a child but a man, realizes that all of these years, he thought his father was cruel. He thought his father was controlling. He thought his father was punishing him. Every day he saw other children totally free, no responsibility, no supervision. And he always had this supervision, this structure. And he couldn't just have as much fun as he wanted. But now he saw his father was not a cruel man, but his father was the most merciful of men. He now sees that he is able to enjoy the riches and enjoy the kingdom and enjoy all of this. But now he is at a level of consciousness where he's able to receive it. He also realized that the treasures were there the whole time, but they were in the dark, and he did not know they were there. Now, the king purposely told him not about the treasures, but about everything else. The king made sure that the child always would grow up not knowing what he is going to receive, so that truly the work would be from a pure place. So truly he could let go of all attachments he has to the physical world. And when the king saw that his son had reached this level, then he gave him everything. What is the moral of this story for all of us? Many of us feel like that child right now. We feel that we are in a dark chamber. We feel that it is not fair. We are looking at our friends, and many of them are getting married before us. Many of them are having children before us. Many of them are having successful businesses, and maybe we're struggling. Many of them have wonderful relationships with their mother or father, and you maybe never even knew what it was like to have a father that was there for you. We look around and we're trying to have children, and all we see is people pushing baby strollers around. We want to find our other half, and all we see is people getting engaged on social media. We're trying our best to look and feel good, and all we see is other people who look 100 times better than we do. And then at some point, subconsciously or consciously, we think our Father, the Creator, is an evil man. We think he's cruel. We do not understand why we are going through what we're going through. One thing we do not realize is we are like the son that eventually is meant to become the king. And the reason why we have supervision around us, and we see that it seems like other people, they don't follow any spiritual laws, but their life seems so incredible. Look how much joy they're having. Look how much fulfillment they're having. The truth is, we don't really know what's going on in their lives. But the fact that you have supervision, you literally have angels around you that are protecting you. You literally have angels around you that are guiding you. And it might seem like it's very constricting right now. It might seem like you're not getting what you want right now. It might seem that health, happiness, love, sustenance is far away from you right now. But you are being prepared to receive the kingdom. You are being prepared to receive all the treasures. And guess where those treasures are? Look around you. You cannot see them. Look at your room right now. It looks like an empty room, but it is sitting behind a spiritual curtain right now. All the treasures, all the power, all the respect, all the love is actually in this room. And when the light turns on, meaning when you shift your light inside of your soul, you will walk into your room and you will see your soulmate laying there in your bed. You will walk into your room and you will see that in your room there are treasures. Maybe in this day and age, we just look at a bank account on an app, but we will see it. It does not look like there's anything there, but it is there. And you need to feel that it is there. Even though you do not see it, you need to rise above your five senses and you need to feel it. Whatever you feel is what is. Is what is. It is what will become of your reality. This is why we say certainty beyond logic is so powerful, because what does certainty beyond logic mean? That beyond what my five senses see, beyond what my logic tells me, I'm rising above it to a place of certainty, to a place of emunah, to a place of emunah comes from the word amen. Amen actually represents the unification of light and vessel. Sages say the numerical value of amen, when you actually count up the numerology of the letters, is 91. The name of the creator that represents the upper world is numerology 26, which is called the tetragrammaton. And the name of the creator that represents the lower world, numerology, is 65, which is the name Adonai. And when you unite these two names, the upper world and the lower world, you get 26 plus 65, you get 91. 91 is the numerical value of Amen. So Amen means the unification of light and vessel, which is very interesting because all the religions in the world where they say Amen, what are they really saying? Why are people saying Amen? Some people translate Amen to be, yes, it is so, it is true. But what Amen is actually a higher consciousness. Amen means the unification of light and vessel. Unification of light with the chaos. So there's no longer chaos. And it comes from the word emunah. Amen is in emunah, which means certainty. When a person has certainty, it unites the upper and lower world. When a person has certainty, every lack in his or her life, everything that is not working, begins to work. So to heal in this holiday season, in the next few months, as these soul contracts come to the surface, what does real healing mean? We're always looking for healing on the outside. We always think there's going to be a podcast that's going to help me heal, or a doctor that's going to help me heal, or when I get this thing, I'm going to heal. What if the healing is right now? The healing is your decision to know you are healed. It is right now visualizing that you already have everything. What would your life look like if you were whole right now? What would your life look like if you had your soulmate right now? What kind of decisions would you make? Would you be needy? Would you be complaining? Would you be seeking validation? If you already were the king, would you be wondering why you're not the king? If you already were a billionaire, would you be spending your time, your energy, your resources in the way you do? No, you would still have to go to work, right? Because I can't just play this billionaire game for a long time. I got to actually pay the bills. I got to go to work. Of course you're going to go to work. But what mindset are you going to go to work with? Are you going to go that you are someone who is trying to become successful? Or are you going to go as successful? Because when you go to work feeling that you are trying to be successful, you are approaching your work with lack. And so no divine inspiration, no miraculous energy, no wisdom can come to you. And you need that wisdom in order to innovate when you get to work. You need that wisdom in order to be seen as a shining energy for those above you or next to you or who want to work with you or want to invest in you. You have a light that emanates from you when you have certainty, and that light shines in your aura every room you walk into. Are you shining your light, or are you thinking about what you do not have? Are you shining your light, or are you constantly comparing yourself to others and seeing the lack that's inside of you? Are you shining your light, or are you judging other people for what they're doing or not doing, what they're posting or not posting, what they're standing up for or not standing up for? If you have the time to judge other people for what they do, what they look like, what they're saying, or how they're behaving, it means you do not feel that you have the light inside of yourself. People who have the light inside of themselves, people who already feel that they are whole, all they feel is love. All they feel is empathy. All they feel is compassion. People who have hatred, people who judge, people who steal, people who take, people who cheat, is because they feel they're missing something. And that's why they need to do it. So my question to you is, are you missing something? Do you feel like something's been taken away from you? Do you feel like somebody has hurt you? Do you feel that somebody owes you something? Does your dad owe you something? Does your mom owe you something? You're thinking, yeah, they're my parents, and they didn't show up the way they needed to. So yes, they owe me something, and I'm upset with them. Well, then you are walking out into this world with lack. And you will walk every day of your life feeling this way, and you will have lack. And guess what kind of relationship you'll attract? Guess what kind of soulmate you will attract? Someone who has either the same lack or someone who knows very well how to trigger your abandonment wound. Because you didn't have a father who was there for you, you didn't have a mother who was there for you, or didn't show up in the way they were, quote, supposed to. Now you walk around looking for someone else to fill it because you feel you're missing something. And then you develop soul contracts with people who begin to hurt you. And it's not their fault. They're not actually hurting you. They are just awakening the lack that is within you that you have decided to fulfill by depending on someone on the outside. When this whole time, those treasures were all around you, inside of you. The metaphoric light that you need to turn on in order to see those treasures that were in your room the whole time is certainty. You are okay exactly the way you are. If you want to go get plastic surgery, should you? You should get plastic surgery only when you think that you're okay exactly the way you are. If you think you're okay exactly the way you are, go have surgery. But to go have surgery because you think you're missing something, to think that you're not attractive, and this is going to make you attractive, I can promise you one thing. After the surgery, you might feel like, oh, I like this. I look better. I think I'm more attractive. But the insecurity will resurface in a different way, maybe even in a different part of your life. Maybe you'll start to become more insecure as a parent. Maybe you become more insecure in your company. Maybe you become more insecure in your friendship circle. We don't know. But the core issue of what was pushing you to have surgery was never healed. So the beginning of healing our soul contracts, the beginning of this journey is to realize the treasure is already with me. I want you to feel that whatever you think you're missing, you are not missing in your life. The best way to be able to have a child after many failed IVFs, or after many failed times of trying to be pregnant, or after many miscarriages, is to already feel pregnant. Is to already feel that the way the Creator has created your life is perfect exactly the way it is. So I have a child. Am I losing my desire for a child? No, you're not losing your desire. Desire is very different than you feeling you need something to be whole. The desire is the cherry on top. It's the addition. It's the, I'm doing this not even for myself. I'm whole the way I am, but if the Creator wants to reveal a child, I will receive that. I will create space for that. I will create space for that. It's like having a guest over your house. You don't need the guest, but you'll make a bed for them. You'll host them. You'll enjoy their company. And you'll make sure they have a great time. This is how you welcome a child in. This is how you welcome wealth in. Oh, wealth wants to come? I'll make space for that. I don't need it. I'm exactly happy the way I am. But if the Creator has always destined me to reveal wealth, I'll create space for that. I'll go to work. I'll create a plan. I'll create a budget. I'll push to create a team that can physically in this world create the right product, the right company, the right supply chain, the right innovation, the right compliance, the right legal, the right HR, the right customer service. All these are departments of a company. We can create all those departments in order to receive this wealth that is destined for me. But it's like having a guest room. Why do you have a guest room? Even if your guest room stayed empty your whole life, you'd be okay with it. Would you not? Are you waking up every day saying, oh, my guest room is empty. I wish I had somebody to come over and sleep in my bed? No. Your whole life should be a guest room. Somebody comes, somebody doesn't come. I'm good the way I am. Look at your bed. Nobody's sleeping in it besides you? No problem. It's a guest room. You are fine the way you are. Look at your bank account. You are fine the way you are. And from this place, then tell the Creator, if I desire this next level, it means that you desire it for me. I am ready to receive it, but not because I need it. When we take this approach with everyone, we have to let go of our entitlement. Your parents don't owe you anything. Your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend doesn't owe you anything. Society doesn't owe you anything. The government doesn't owe you. Well, I mean, I paid all this money in taxes. Of course, they owe me something. They owe me. Here's something I have learned. When I pay for something, I have to also at that moment let go of feeling that I am owed something. They should provide a service back so that they don't have bread of shame. Yes. But the entitlement of being owed, it is what's destroying all of us. 95% of the time, we're all thinking about what other people owe us. And you know what's worse? It's what God owes me. Because everybody low-key feels like life isn't fair and God owes them something. The biggest soul contract you need to heal is between you and God. In a very subtle way, people hate God. Because every time you're upset, you say you're upset with this person, you're actually upset with God. You may not ever say it. Some people say it. Some people, when they go through a lot of tragedy, they'll actually tell people, I hate God. But most people are either embarrassed to say it or they don't realize that they actually hate God. But when you hate a person, you hate God. Because who created the person? God. It's like when you hate someone's child, the mother takes it personally. It means you hate the mother. You hate the father, right? Have you ever gone to a parent and said, I hate your child. I hate your 6-year-old child. Are they going to be like, well, that's his problem. You got to take it up with him. No, they're going to be like, you hate my child? Like right away, the parent gets angry because it's the same. So when you hate a person, right away, God, quote, gets angry. And it doesn't mean that actually God gets angry. It's that we close our vessel to receive God's energy. God never changes. The light of the Creator never changes. But when we don't act like the Creator with love and certainty and humility and removing entitlement, then we don't have a vessel for that light anymore. and darkness occurs. This is a very important lesson for all of us. This is the time that we can enter the new year. In the next 2 months, we will do this together. You are going to enter the new year having released yourself of all of this baggage. Some of you are carrying the emotional weight of everyone. Some of you feel like you're responsible for everyone else's happiness. Some of you feel that your life is all about pleasing everybody. Some of you feel guilty to receive something before other people receive it. These are all examples of soul contracts, and we're going to heal it together. Wherever you're listening to this podcast, whether it's YouTube, Spotify, or Apple, there should be a link to be able to join us on this journey. It is a pay what you feel is right journey. So everyone around the world can access it. You can pay whatever you like. We're going to have 3 live webinars and 3 global meditations that we'll do together. And everyone who is on this journey has free access to David Coaching AI, which is my AI that right now about 26,000 of you are using. And 29,000 now. It's growing almost by 1,000 people every day. And you've asked me already 5 million questions on this AI. And it's one of the most powerful spiritual coaching platforms right now in the world. In fact, I think it's the leading one in the United States at this moment. You can ask me anything, especially to help heal soul contracts. Ask me how to help you with your father. Share as many details as possible about you and your father, and I will guide you through a journey probably within 10, 15 minutes to help you understand what your soul contract is with your father or what your soul contract is with your mother. If you're going through a difficult breakup with your ex, if they keep coming back into your life, or you're so upset with them and you don't talk to them anymore, spend 10, 15 minutes talking to my AI, explain the whole situation, put in even your astrology, put in their astrology if you know it. All of this data is collected, combined with over thousands of hours of my own content and coaching, and I've trained it to help you get to the root of your issue right away. Some people have written that within 30 minutes, they received more out of David AI than 20 years of therapy. Some people actually use it when they have arguments with their spouse, and then both ask David AI. They share each side, and they ask David AI to arbitrate the situation. That has even worked. I'm seeing miracle stories from all around the world. And those of you who will be on the 30 days journey to heal soul contracts, you will also receive access, free access to David AI. I have so much more to share with you. I'm very excited to be on this journey. My podcast will also speak about this time. I'm really going to be focused over the next 60 days to talk about it. Our first webinar will be November 21st, but the moment you sign up for this journey, I will already begin to give you tools on how to prepare. Let's do a quick meditation to summarize everything that we've connected to and be able to start our healing journey. I want you to remember that you are like the child of the king, growing up in the darkness of the castle. Although you are surrounded by all the treasures of the world, you cannot see these treasures. Your eyes cannot see these treasures. But you can rise above the limitations of your 5 senses. You can rise above the limitations that you are feeling. What is the truth? The truth is that you are already the king. You are already whole. You are already married. You are already in love. You already have passion. You already have friendships that you can count on. Your body is completely healed. You are not getting older. You have the strength of your 20-year-old self. You are loved by everyone. You have endless abundance. No one owes you anything because you do not need anyone to owe you anything. You are beginning now to release these souls that you are holding on to, that you have created these illusionary debts. It's time now for you to begin a new life. Give yourself permission to be who you have always been destined to be. The way you came to this world is whole. The way you will leave this world is whole. And at this moment, you are whole.